Melissa made landfall in southwestern Jamaica in late October 2025 as an exceptionally powerful hurricane that was reported at Category 5 intensity at closest approach, producing sustained winds reported up to 185 miles per hour, 295 kilo per hour at peak, and causing catastrophic wind and flood damage across large swathes of the island.
This is outside. I'm looking outside in my house, looking outside, and there are no rivers, anything like that near to me.
Melissa rapidly intensified as it moved into the central Caribbean and struck Jamaica on October 28, 29, 2025, making landfall in the southwest and then crossing the island as a very large, slow-moving hurricane. Many news agencies describe the storm as one of the strongest to ever hit Jamaica. Reuters, human toll, reported fatalities, people displaced. Early official and media reports documented multiple deaths across the Caribbean tied to Melissa. In Jamaica, several sources reported at least 8 deaths, including a baby, in the immediate aftermath, while other countries, Haiti, Cuba, also recorded fatalities. Reporting is still evolving in the hours and days after landfall.
I talked to you earlier. Yeah, 43, 47. I just want to check on it if possible. Are those buildings still good? Yeah, man.
Tens of thousands of people sought refuge in government shelters. Reports vary by outlet, but describe tens of thousands. For example, 25,000 in shelters in some reports, as roofs, homes, and community buildings were damaged.
It's getting real bad out there now. Basically in a shingled snow globe.
Rain, flooding, and landslides. Rainfall totals were extreme in places. Several outlets reported very large accumulations in hilly and mountainous interior areas, reports of dozens of inches, up to 40 to 49 inches in some worst-hit rural upland areas, triggering catastrophic flash floods and landslides that cut roads and isolated communities. Large parts of parishes such as St. Elizabeth were described as being underwater.
No, you have to take around some of me. I can't walk yourself.
Let me slip as leg, man. Take turn, so. You can't go through shortcut, man. Go on, say, hear me?
Brother, you can't pass nobody.
I am literally speechless. I don't get a chance to leave my house as yet, but I have never in my life seen anything like this. Not even when watching social media and someone create a video by AI. This is devastation beyond, something that someone can bear. Right here, it was a chicken farm with hundreds of chicken in it. There was a next chicken farm right there. There was a couple of houses down there. All those houses gone. Around 4 more houses out that side gone. Couple more houses down there gone. A next house right there gone. I still don't get a chance to go out there to know what's happening. So far, we don't hear that anyone lose any life. We have a group of friends who just come and talk to me and give me some highlights of what is happening in the community. Several houses gone, family. We don't even get to go out and know what is happening.
Wind damage, storm surge, and coastal impacts. The hurricane's extreme winds ripped roofs from homes and public buildings, down trees and power lines, and caused major coastal inundation. Officials described whole neighborhoods and critical facilities, including an emergency operations center in Black River, sustaining heavy damage. Coastal parishes and low-lying agricultural areas were particularly badly hit. Widespread power outages were reported island-wide. Multiple outlets said hundreds of thousands, or a majority of customers, were without electricity in the storm's immediate aftermath. Airports across Jamaica were temporarily closed. Several hospitals and health facilities were damaged or lost power. Some had to evacuate patients. Search and rescue and emergency response were hampered where communications infrastructure and roads were damaged. Melissa struck Jamaica's agricultural breadbasket regions. Early descriptions note extensive crop flooding and damage to farms, which will affect food supplies and livelihoods locally. Full economic/damage estimates were not yet available in initial reports. The fact Melissa struck areas still recovering from previous major storms, e.g. Beryl in 2024, increases the economic and recovery burden. Emergency response and humanitarian needs. The Jamaican government declared the island a disaster area and mobilized response assets. Local authorities, police, and disaster agencies reported search and rescue operations, but also said some communities remained hard to reach due to landslides and flooding. International humanitarian organizations, Red Cross Movement, Salvation Army, and others, activated regional responses and began coordinating relief and assessments. Urgent needs reported in early updates included water, shelter, emergency medical care, communications, and fuel power restoration. In the short term, expect continued search and rescue, damage assessments, large-scale sheltering needs, localized outbreaks of water contamination risk, where water systems and sanitation were compromised, and major grid repairs as priority tasks. Full damage and economic cost estimates normally take weeks once assessments reach all affected parishes. Caveats and how reporting may change. These are early, aggregated reports from major news agencies and humanitarian organizations in the immediate hours, days aftermath. Numbers for deaths, people displaced, and economic losses commonly change as access improves and formal damage assessments are completed.